I wanted to look like, oh, did Tracy do something? I know that sounds crazy, but I did. I wanted to look like I had got a glow up. Cause I did. So I did a thing. I've been teasing this for a while on my Instagram, but I wanted to wait until I actually did it before I actually start talking about it. So let's get right into it. So before I get started, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. And if you like the content, don't forget to give me a thumbs up so other people can find my channel. So let me just get right into it because enough is enough. I finally got my breast lift and augmentation. Now, some of you may be saying, okay, Tracy, what's the big deal? Well, for me, it was a big deal because I've been pondering this for years. So I have what is called breastosis. It essentially is the sagging of the breast. I went from a 34 full C to a 34 deflated C. And of course, this is a result of age and losing and gaining weight. But I think it just kind of snuck up on me, and I realized that it was becoming a problem because I'm a trendy girl. I like trendy clothes. I like to wear my back out. I like things off my shoulder. And to, wear these outfits, I was always having to find some sort of hack. So I was using tape and adhesive bras and all the different kind of, contraptions that are out now. And I still just wasn't getting the look that I wanted. And I said, okay, well, I'll just look into getting a breast lift because at least I could get them lifted. I did all my research. I chose a doctor and I went in for my consultation. The thing that got me was I had done research on a breast lift, and he told me off the bat, I can give you a breast lift and I can, definitely lift everything up. But it sounds to me like you also want upper pole fullness, the fullness that you were used to. And I recommend doing augmentation. And I was like, the way my mind works, I just tuned everything out. I was done. Because I'm a type A person, I need to be in control of everything. I had my ducks all in a row, and this threw me for a loop. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. But I made the appointment for the procedure anyway. A couple of days later, I'm second guessing myself, so I talked myself out of it. Here's the thing. I had already put down a non-refundable deposit, and this doctor was great. He gave me a credit, which I really appreciated. If you've already checked out my skincare video, you remember I mentioned that I got a credit from a plastic surgeon. That's the credit. If you haven't seen the video, it's a really great video about developing a skincare regimen after 50. I will post a link in the description box, and I will post it up here or up here in one of these corners. So check that out when you get a chance. Fast forward to last summer when my husband and I went on vacation. And I took a lot of cute outfits, a lot of cute bathing suits, but I'm still doing all the things. I got the tape, I got the halter bras, and I'm spending so much time just to get the look I wanted. And I was just like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. So right then and there, I text my girlfriend. She gave me a recommendation. I came home, I did my research on the doctor, checked his reviews, his before and afters, and I liked his work. So I scheduled a consultation. I go in. He essentially is saying the same thing that the doctor said before, the previous doctor. This time it was okay because I knew what I was looking for. I knew what I needed to do to achieve that look, and I was in the right mindset. So I went ahead and scheduled my appointment for the procedure. So the next appointment was my pre-op.
This, then I'm definitely going to go for removing some of the bottom breast tissue.
That'd be great.
Because this is going to be, now this one is probably a little larger diameter wise than what we're going to use, because this one has a 12 centimeter diameter. It's a 365. Because I'm measuring about 11, I don't have an 11 here, but this shape is very similar. So for the purposes of judging what that is going to look like, this will suffice.
Okay.
You know, this versus the other. Right.
So you're just saying this is just a little wider than what you would normally put inside of me.
Just based on the measurements.
Okay.
Right. So if you look at the our chart, so this is kind of how we do it. So
now this was the appointment where we discussed the profile. You try on a sizer, which is essentially a bra with an implant in them to give you an idea of what each profile looks like. I had two choices that he recommended based on my anatomy, and that was the moderate and the full. So when he gave me the options, I immediately went to the full profile. I didn't even think I was going to go for that. That wasn't even in my mind when I walked in the door. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, yo, that's what I want. And we tried it on, and we tried on the moderate, and I ultimately went with the moderate. I wasn't fully satisfied with the way the full looked on me because I'm so petite. I just thought it was just too much for me. But I did tell him, listen, I don't want to look mediocre. Do what you got to do. But when I come out of this operating room, I want to be like the bomb.com. He's like, don't worry. Went home with my instructions for the day of, which included some holistic products that the doctor recommends that you do prior to your surgery to help with the healing process. He also gave me all of my prescriptions that I needed to fill beforehand, so when I got home from surgery, everything was ready to go. I talked to a few of my friends beforehand, and it gave me an idea how things were going to be when I got home. So my husband and I decided that it probably would be a good idea if I slept in the guest bedroom. So we set the guest bedroom up for me, so when I got home, I could just get right in bed and start taking my medication and do all the things that I needed to do to start healing. Okay, you guys, so I'm on my way into the building where I'm going to have a procedure. I'm a little nervous, a little anxious, and a little bit in a tizzy. I'll talk to you soon. Wish me luck. Okay, so day one was a blur, but it was a good blur. Early AM surgery. Sat down with the doctor, chit-chatted, you know, he's drawing on me, getting all his stuff together. Go into the surgery room, music's playing, great atmosphere. Next thing I know, I'm knocked out. I remember waking up and to have these nurses helping me get ready to leave and addressing me. And I know the doctor told my husband everything that he needed to know and gave him an update about the surgery and everything, because he did tell me that he knew I wasn't going to retain any of that stuff after surgery. So it's his practice to just tell the person that accompanies you so that they can fill you in and have all the information. So I go home. I just kind of remember being in and out of sleep. No appetite at all. Just extremely tired. Not really feeling any pain. Just uncomfortable. Day two is when I finally felt what the girls in a Facebook group I belong to call Franken Boo. You feel like you have these two heavy bricks on your chest, and they're so heavy you can't even, like, I felt like I couldn't even, like it was monumental just to sit up in the bed. I was like, what the hell did I do to myself? I just couldn't comprehend this feeling of so much pressure and heaviness. So that was like wildly uncomfortable. It wasn't great. So day two was more medicine, no appetite really, just drinking a lot of fluids and basically sleeping and not doing much of anything. Day three, I was allowed to take a shower, and it was very difficult to just get myself in the shower because everything feels like it's in the way. Like every part of my upper body just felt cumbersome. But it did feel great. Back into the bra go because I have to keep this bra on and with the padding inside until I go back for my post-op. And this bra is so uncomfortable, I can't even tell you how uncomfortable it is. I hate it. I'm just constantly adjusting it, and because it always feels like it's just irritating me. It's just terrible. Hate it. Day 4, kind of the same. I want to say by day 5, I started to feel a little bit better. Still feeling the pressure. So now day 8, I feel so much better. I don't feel that same amount of pressure on my chest. And I don't feel as uncomfortable, but like I said, like this bra is the bane of my existence right now. Okay, so what do they look like? Well, the doctor did tell me when you look at them, don't freak out because that's not how they are going to look ultimately. I do know that they are going to do something called drop and fluff, which means that as the swelling goes down and the muscle relaxes, the implant will drop down and fluff out and take the shape that they're ultimately going to take. As the weeks and months go by, they will start to look like boobies. Right now they look like torpedoes. I'm happy. They're sitting up high. That's what I wanted. Sorry, I'm still adjusting my bra. My main goal was to get these boobies up and out. So as long as they're up and out, I am good in the hood. So now I'm officially 2 weeks post-op. I went to my post-op appointment a few days ago and the doctor said I'm healing well, so that's good. The boobies are still sitting high and out, and he told me that's, the swelling's still coming down. It's going to take a while. But the good news is I was able to finally take off the bra that they send you home in because this bra keeps you very compressed. And I also had padding in to protect all the areas, like the incision areas, and just to make sure that they were, cushioned. He did tell me I could move into a sports bra. It didn't have to be anything really compressive, just, something just with a medium compression. So I got a sports bra that is basically a one size fit all. The brand name is Kubi. I will also link that in the description box. Super comfortable. So I'm wearing that right now. And I'm hoping that my next appointment, he'll tell me that I can move into other bras. I'll just keep you guys posted on the recovery. And of course, the results. At some point, I will post a before and after picture. I'm actually going to post a picture right now of how I looked this morning. Because I was like, oh, okay, you don't look too bad, Tracy. If you don't want to miss any of my videos, please don't forget to subscribe, and also check me out on Instagram because I post little short reels and short videos there, and also my outfits of the day and all kinds of contents. And as always, before we meet again, go forth and be great. See ya.